Hi there, Loy Machedo speaking to you from loymachedo.com, and today the book review is going to be How by Dov Seidman. I hope I got that right, Dov Seidman. Anyway, this is the book. Now, before I give you my review, consider the 3 reviews that I found out of the many on Amazon.com. Now, the first one was by the chairman and CEO of Pfizer, that is Jeff Kindler. What he says, how is radically different and a compelling approach to competing in business today? What Seidman has done is crystallize how we need to think and act to win in this new world. The second one is by Jim Skinner, who is the CEO of McDonald's Corporation. And what he says is, Dov Seidman captures the power that Ray Kroc installed in us at McDonald's from the day he opened his first restaurant in 1955. How is required reading for anyone seeking to endure success in business or in life. And finally, the third one by Fortune magazine, which says he is the hottest advisor on corporate virtues to Fortune 500 companies. So, when you have such powerful reviews by such juggernauts, and then you have a foreword by President Bill Clinton, do you have any doubt that this book here is going to be not a good book? I mean, you must be joking, because I was absolutely stunned and surprised at the reviews given. And then when I started going through the book, let me tell you, I realized something. This book is not a fast, easy read. It's not one of those books you can just skim through the pages and you can just make a few notes here and there. And if you find a paragraph, okay, that's not important, you just skim through it and move to the next one. It's not one of those books. This is a book that has wisdom in each and every line, and you need to read it not once, but twice or 3 times just for it to make sense. Now, consider these questions, all right? Some of the questions are, how can I best delight my client? Or another question, how can I bring the company to greater repute? Or how can I make the meeting more successful? That is a few questions which have a how. Now, consider these questions which have a what. What does the manual say? What is my job description? What is on the agenda? Now, which one sounded deeper? Obviously, it was the how. So, what Dov Seidman tries to do in this book is speak about values, speak about trust, speak about principle-based operations that cannot actually be measured. In fact, one of the examples he gives is um, he gives the example of GE's aircraft engine assembly plant in Durham, New Jersey. I think NC. I don't know where's NC. I kind of forgot. Okay, it's a so in this assembly plant, it seems apparently there are 200 engineers who are actually working for um, they're working for a boss, just one plant manager. And the funny thing is, everyone is in charge. Everyone's the boss. Everyone's working under everyone else. Uh, it seems when anyone removes a tool from a box, they keep the tool back. They don't have a locking system. They don't have people spying on each other. It's a self-driven model. And what's more is, after they finish working, they keep all the tools in place. They keep their place tidy. They make sure that everything is done properly. So here is an environment where they found out that they don't need a boss. They don't need someone to supervise and look at them through a magnifying glass and try to find faults. In fact, it works purely on trust. So here is a classic example of a company that actually challenges the very method in which we do business, or we uh, run our business. For instance, I've seen in so many companies where they have these time card machines, or these machines where you have to put your finger, get a scan, and then you come to know what time you have come. They have companies whereby they have cameras on your PC, they have cameras in front of your face, they have people spying, where did you go, what did you do. So here is a model like how, which really works and gives everyone an empowerment, while on the other hand you have destructive practices which are still being run in companies. Now, one of my favorite quotes which he happens to give is when he quotes Jack Welch, who says, there is no secret to what, the secret is only how. He gives a lot of examples for this book, and you must read this book, and you must read it really deeply, and you must read it in a quiet place. Otherwise, you'd miss out on quite a number of beautifully stated examples and a lot of words of wisdom throughout the book. Overall, I think I was absolutely impressed with this book because it gave a kind of framework to focus on values, to focus on principles, on trust, on things that cannot be measured. In fact, the best part about this book is he says, I'm not going to give you the 5 rules to this or the 13 rules to leadership or the 15 steps to how you can achieve success. Instead, what I want to leave you is the how we think, how we behave, and how we govern. So everything is based on a how factor. Overall, I was very impressed with this book. I kind of gave it a 10 out of 10, and it really, really made me think many a times. I had to go back to the pages and read it once again. So I highly recommend this book only if you are a person who likes to read a very deep philosophical, value-based proposition in terms of business. Great book. I loved it, and I think if you're a voracious reader, if you're someone who really values words of wisdom, this book should be among the list of many books that you will read. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Loy Machedo from loymachedo.com. Thank you for watching.